They call me DJ Boss Player. Got the lovely Mori show in the house right now.
It's me again. They let me back up in here.
AKA Sugar Plug. The revolution will not be televised, but it's on your podcast right now. This is Pop Culture Revolution, AKA PCR. All right, first and foremost, I got to update y'all. Unfortunately, Tunisia's no longer with the show. You know, we wish her the best, but the show must go on, so...
And sidebar, I love her. That's what I'm going to say on record.
Absolutely. We definitely wish her the best. You know, it's all love, you know what I'm saying? But show must go on. Pop culture revolution must go on. So we're going to keep it pushing. That being said, how was your week, Maury?
My week was, I can never remember my week. But I will say today was pretty good. I went to the gym. I enjoyed my workout, so that was good. Just pushing myself, trying to stay consistent. That's my goal of 2026, just trying to stay consistent. That's it. Whatever I do. I'm still here. I'm still alive.
Man, that's what's up. I need to get back in the gym. Maybe one day it'll actually happen. I know I'm looking forward to two things this weekend, very much so. First and foremost, we got Ring doorbell installed in my house.
Ooh.
And this fool, it was working good for about a week. Then the doorbell camera went black, and the sound just started buzzing constantly, nonstop, like bzzz, on the chime thing. And I've been trying to get it fixed for like 3 weeks. So I'm finally getting that fixed on Saturday.
All right.
I'm really excited for that because that's hella annoying.
Now, I just want a full disclaimer of your Ring camera. You will probably start to see suspicious activity. Like whoever is in the neighborhood and maybe is a little mentally unstable, that person's going to appear in your Ring camera as her.
You are absolutely right because it's awesome.
I told you.
No, not even that, but suspicious activity has already happened because we have 3 cameras. So the one in the backyard and the one over the garage are working, but the one on the doorbell is not working. But the backyard captured somebody getting attacked by a dog.
See?
This guy doesn't know how to control his pit bull. I've been seeing him, been knowing it was going to happen. I was like, something's going to happen with this dog. He leaves him in the garage with the garage door half open. I'm like, yo, something's going to happen. Sure enough, our lovely neighbor, she's so nice. She's walking her dog. Dog attacks her, bites her on the leg and everything. It's on my Ring cam. And we had to give her the footage.
Yep, you do, because now it's going to be a court case.
Yeah, man. Like, control your dog, man. Like, what is your problem,
crazy.
man?
Yeah, poor dog. They about to get that dog out of the way.
Absolutely, yeah. He about to get put down, but it's not even his fault. That's a bad owner. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me, I believe there's no such thing as a bad dog. There's bad owners. You know what I'm saying?
Them dogs be bad. Okay. Just like some of these kids be bad too.
They could be mischievous. Like my dog is very sweet, but she could be mischievous. But a really genuinely bad dog had a bad owner.
And dogs can have crazy mamas. My dog had a crazy mama when I was growing up. That dog mama was psycho. And my dog was a little crazy too.
Gotta watch out for that, man, because they'll turn on you.
They will.
They'll turn on you, just like in a relationship. Your partner can turn on you.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Down
a rabbit hole.
You like that transition, don't you?
I like the transition.
You like that transition.
Sometimes they gonna dog you out. Sometimes they might dog you out. Yeah.
I'm a dog. I'm a mutt.
Oh my God. I like that song, but I don't like that song. So I feel like, ugh. Just like I gotta turn that song when he said, "I'd rather lie than lose you." I be like, please cut this off right now. I don't need to hear none of this.
I think that confession in that song is so honest, but it's so disrespectful. Like you just gonna own being a dog.
Grow up.
And just accept it and make a whole song out of it.
Y'all about 40. Grow up.
We can throw that into the category of what are some of the biggest mistakes people make in relationships. I really wanted to talk about this. I was inspired for this topic by a post online, basically asking the same question, like, what are some of the biggest mistakes people make in relationships?
Well, let's start with some accountability. So I think it's only right we start with ourselves, right? Before we get in and start throwing shade at other people.
Okay, I like that.
I can get down. So I don't know. What would you say? What would you say is the biggest mistake?
Today, I don't know, man. Like I'm pretty on point. I just think I gotta just not be so nitpicky. That's my main thing. I know that's what my wife would say.
A little bit of control issues?
I wouldn't say control.
Are you sure? A little bit
Okay,
of, is there a little bit of manipulation, a little bit of...
Not manipulation. I'm sorry. We're gonna be full disclosure because we're on a podcast. We're on Pop Culture Revolution right now.
Exactly.
I might be slightly controlling a little bit.
All right.
I don't mean to
It's
be.
a safe space.
It comes
for narcissists.
I'm not a narcissist.
Okay.
I'm not. Mm-hmm. It comes from a good place because I see issues that I know we could fix, or maybe she could fix, and it would make things better, and we could improve. And I feel like I'm doing a disservice by not pointing it out.
Okay.
But it's how you say it.
Right.
And you can't point out every little thing, man. You
right.
just can't. I had to learn that. Mm-hmm. That was a lesson learned over time. Like, nobody likes that. Mm-hmm. If you point out everything they do that you think could be corrected or changed. You know what I mean? So I'm still a work in progress, but I'm way better than I used to be.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We love growth.
Yeah. So what about you?
I think for me, because I just got kind of like what's the correct term? Hassled about this literally before I got here. This is current. This is what I've been told. This is as current today. Is that you always want help with something, but then you want it all for yourself. And I was like, I am a little bit selfish. Like, I don't like to share the shine sometimes. Like, I might be like, I need your help with this and that, but I have my boundaries. Like, I might be like, no, the podcast is my thing. I don't want you on my podcast. Like, that's kind of where I'm at, but you can help me in other stuff, like, like, no, this is mine. Or like when it comes down to my business, it might be like, like you might like my boyfriend, he came to the market with me one time and he was like, he was telling people he's my business partner. And I was like,
whoa, ease up.
Relax.
I would let my wife say that to feel important, though. I would let her say that.
I know, but I was like, so, it is. But he's like, you want help in every single thing you do. You want a partnership, though. And I'm like, I do, but yeah.
I would tell people she's my boss if they asked. I'd be like, yeah, this is my supervisor right here.
So I had to work on my selfishness a little bit. Like, I guess contributing. I don't know.
Okay.
I think also, let me think. In the past, what mistakes have I made? I don't know. I'm an angel.
Okay, now we need to break this down right now. We gonna circle back to you because we gotta let you come to Jesus on this.
Yeah. Okay.
And really come to some stuff you did in the past because we all had our 20s, Maury.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Skip that.
Don't make me bring up a certain incident with work clothes again. You know what I'm saying?
Now, ask what they did to me first. That warranted me cutting the L into his work shirt.
I'll never forget that. That was the funniest thing I heard in such a long time.
I cut an L in. Yes, okay, fine, I admit it. I cut an L into his work shirt because I said that's all you take.
Yo, that is so deviously.
And I cut it at the bottom of the shirt so you couldn't tuck in. You know how you try to tuck in your shirt at the bottom. I cut it at the bottom because I was considerate. I was like, maybe he could tuck in the shirt.
That is such a clever.
Maybe he could tuck the shirt into his pants. I'm considerate though.
That is such a clever way to clap back. Like, I've never heard of something so clever. Like, usually people just burn clothes or a Kia's car or something like that. You're like, nah. We gotta make a statement.
I cut an L into.
We gotta make a statement.
A block L, like a block letter L.
Oh my God, bro.
Whatever. Please act in retaliation. Sometimes I don't know if it's considered crashing out for expressing my feelings very aggressively. I will express myself. I might. There's been certain instances where I might blow your phone up, but I just feel like it's all warranted. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, well.
I don't act like that anymore, though. Growth.
That's good. Growth is key. I know me, one area I grew out of, I used to be a cheater, man. Like, I was a really, really bad cheater. People probably can't tell by how I act today because I'm so faithful. The last several relationships, I mean, ever since that first girlfriend, I never cheated. But with her, man, I was going ham.
Dogging her.
I'm a dog, I'm a mutt, you know what I'm saying? Like, so... But the way I had to grow out of that, first of all, I saw how much it hurt her, and I have compassion. I'm not a psychopath, and I was like, man, I don't want to hurt my next partner like this because she was in a lot of pain over
It
that.
is painful.
And then also, she's going to hurt me back. I'm pretty sure she clapped back. I have no evidence, like I said a couple episodes ago, but I'm pretty sure she clapped back. And it's like, it just gets ugly and toxic and messy, and It's just not. If you want to have a real relationship, just don't cheat, man. Just be faithful, or it'll ruin everything. And if you're ready to cheat, then just break up. Like, don't do either. Be in a relationship or be single. Don't mix both of them.
And then also, it kind of like tarnishes you for like the future, because like I've kind of, you kind of get into the mode where you're like, I guess some women, I'm speaking for women, I guess, but they'll get into it where like, whatever, like you'll accept like dating casually versus when you know you really want a relationship and you're like, well, I don't care if I don't care if he's messing with somebody else. Like, we're not official. We're not together.
Yeah.
We're not, like you convince yourself that you're okay with, not being in an honest, true, monogamous relationship, and you just settle for little pieces because you're like, everybody cheats, so, or you accept a man cheating or say, as long as he comes home to me type energy, like, just because you're so used to getting cheated on all the time, or you're like, I already know he cheating, whatever, it's whatever. Like, I'm not even gonna pay him no mind.
There are men who don't cheat, and I feel like if women can't find a man who doesn't cheat, they're not looking hard enough. You might need to switch up the type of man you're dating, because if you're dating these street dudes, these so-called thugs, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, they're more likely to do their thing. I'm sorry.
As somebody who always dates the thug, I will say that I try to go.
Please give us a first-hand account.
Because I try to pick up the corny guys next, and then it's like, oh, now I find out you got a whole double life. Like, well, how are you the nerd that be running the streets? I don't.
Well, being corny doesn't guarantee it, but there are good guys out here who are cool, but not thugs. They're still street accepted, but they're not going to cheat on you. They're out here.
Yeah. Well, it's not only thugs that cheat. First of all,
that's true. I'm just trying to be funny,
like
man.
corporate white men cheat. So
everybody cheats.
I mean, look at the guy. What concert was that? The Coldplay concert called Red Handed on the camera.
Yeah, that was diabolical.
So cheating is, if you're a cheater, you're a cheater. I think that I might catch something early on in the beginning, and I'll address it right away. Like, I'll be like, all right, what other girls you got on the side? Like, real early, before we even establish anything, I'll be like, who else you still leading on? And if they're honest, because most times they will be honest because it's very new and they're not trying to hide nothing from you. But I'll be like, all right, you got to dead all of that, because I'm not going for none of that. And if I find out that it's happening, it's done. This is your warning, and that's it. Like, that's it. You don't get another opportunity to play with me. So I think if a guy hurts you a little bit, in the beginning, if he sees how you react to that, because they will test you. They'll test you out and see how you're going to react and see what they can get away with. And then, but if they see that you actually hurt from it, they might be like, all right, nah, I don't want to do that to her. Like, I don't want to hurt her. And sometimes they'll be like, all right, that's at the point as well where they might just like let you go.
I already had this conversation at work today with a coworker. The type of guys who don't cheat are the ones who have in their moral code not to cheat. Like, they're not cheating on anyone for any reason. They already have it as a rule in life. I'm not cheating on any partner. It's not dictated by who they're with. They could be with a woman who's gorgeous, who's treating them right, sucking them off and screwing them all the time and cooking for them and doing all the right things. But if they're a cheater, they're a cheater. But if a guy's even having relationship troubles and he's not even happy, if he's not a cheater, he's not going to cheat.
So do you think once a cheater, always a cheater, or you think that you'll stop cheating for the rest? Well, let's ask a cheater. Let's ask a former cheater.
Yeah, you could grow out of it. Absolutely.
You'll grow out of cheating. Okay. Yeah, when you're ready to like settle down and you're like, all right, I just don't want to be doing this no more.
It's
like,
maturity.
What is the thought process like? It has to be a special person, or you made that up in your mind before you got with somebody?
I made that up in my mind before I got with the next person. After I broke up with that first partner who I cheated on, and I was single for like 5 years, just dating people and going around doing and being on my walkabout, as I like to call it.
Okay.
That's when I determined, look, I'm not cheating anymore in life. Like, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to. It just makes complications. It's just messy. It's not worth it.
Okay. I think that I've never cheated. I've never been a cheater.
Interesting.
Now I might take advantage of a break.
Uh-oh. A break.
Well, listen,
I love those breaks.
I might, and not like I'm like, oh well, like if I feel like we done, I might be like, yeah. I think the most that was ever recent is I probably started talking to somebody 2 weeks later, but then Shorty tried to come back 2 weeks later, and I was like,
You late, bro. You late.
you're 2 weeks too late. Sorry, you know, like, and then once I already moved on, it's like, I kind of just, moved on that quickly. I don't even want to double back with you because now I feel bad.
But besides cheating, like, I think a major issue people have in relationships that they make a mistake is being accountable to things, accountability. Like, when you make a mistake, you got to be able to own up to that and apologize immediately.
Yeah.
And say you're sorry and try to rectify and do what you can to fix the situation.
Yeah.
You know, people say women have a bigger problem with this than men do. I don't know if
that's
being accountable. True. I don't know if that's true.
Some women like to play victim. I'll give them that, or they act like they don't know what is going on. I don't play that role though. I don't act like that. I'm very accountable because I like to move forward, and you're not going to keep holding it over my head. Like, let's address what it is and move on, because you're not about to keep beating me over the head with the same thing. Like, nah, we're not doing that.
And, you know, stereotypically, men got to do a better job of listening. You know, women, they got to watch saying those emasculating type statements and arguments when they're pulling that red card out of that cut card out of the bottom of the pile.
I get in trouble for that a lot.
You know, when they mad at somebody, women got to watch that. Their tongues be freaking harsh when they mad, you know. So
I'm pretty lethal. It's pretty bad. But I'm not in like now I say where I'm at now. I might say like, you know, like I'm talking to you like you my homegirl, and then like, don't call me. And I'll be like, or also like, I don't like when men call women they bitch too, you know?
Yeah.
I don't like that either. But yeah, my mouth be lethal.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll say that from time to time. If it's a
what?
Mood. It's a mood. It's
what?
a mood.
What's the mood?
Like, I don't know if I'm just feeling extra like.
I can't even picture you saying that.
Like, bitch. That's my bitch.
I can't even imagine you saying that.
I know,
like,
but you never seen me in that light.
What mode is that?
You never seen me like that. But sometimes the boss player comes out.
Yeah. When he tell me stories about when he talking about, he be like, yeah, and I like, you ain't about to say that to my bitch. And I be like, can you not? I be like, thank you, but no. No.
It's an affectionate term when I use it.
And I be like, you need to let that go.
It's an affectionate term when I use it. So, you know. I can't
for
lie.
How long?
I can't sit here and lie to y'all about it. You know, so anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
What are some of the biggest challenges facing men and women in the dating world today, man?
Today everybody feels like they have to have their life together before they get with each other. Like, you feel like you have to have all this accomplished when really we're better together. Like, you know, like you can get more if you work together, or or if both people are contributing. Like, also, women gotta stop with that crazy like thinking somebody gonna be their sugar daddy. Like, baby, let it go.
I think the biggest problem happened before we were even born. Like, that was out of our control is the whole crack era and the whole war on drugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
It took for the black community in particular. Took fathers out of the home, put them in prison, it killed them, got them on drugs. So now there's the dating pool has piss in it, and women can't find black men to date. And then now women are disrespecting black men and they're emasculating them because they're not handling their business. And then black men are disrespecting black women. Like, you don't, because the ones that are worthy of respect feel disrespected because they're generalizing and stereotyping.
You know what? I feel like people need to it's two things. People need to, one, just keep genuine people around you. Like, if you just give your attention to people that are genuine, you're already winning. Number two is just take your time, because like, you might not like somebody initially. And I think we all fall for that. Oh, if I'm really, really attracted to them first off. And sometimes it's not always like that. You're not always going to have a butterfly. Sometimes the person's going to grow on you and you're like, well, dang, I never had nobody to really do this for me and treat me like this and consider me in these ways. And they could be giving you so much that you never had. And because you took your time to get to know them for that, it's like you didn't even know what you wanted, or what, like, you never had that type of love, so you never would have known how it would feel to be loved like that. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah. Like, and I think you're absolutely right. You got to take your time. That's a key statement right there. Take your time. And women, it's like, be about the person. If you're just in this to run it up and see how much you can rack up on it and how much he spent so you can put it in the group chat and brag to your friends. Like, if he wants to take you to cheesecake on the first date, you better go. Like, don't be like, oh, take me to Nobu, take me to Maestro's. Yeah. Like, what are we talking about right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a first date. I don't know you. Like, that's one of the biggest mistakes right now is everyone's living for Instagram. She just want to take the picture of her sushi on the plate and send it and put it on her gram. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're not even focused on the person in front of us.
Yeah.
So But like, if you're gonna date, be intentional, I guess is the word. Be really in it because you're looking to connect with somebody and possibly have a relationship, not just like you have an ulterior motive and use them for something.
Yeah, I think that's what I did this time around. I was just like, I'm not really looking for a relationship, but hey, you want to hang out? You want to go get a drink or something? Like, we could just hang out and just talk and see how it goes.
You don't know how many first dates I had that were just a walk in the park.
Yeah.
You know? And then we might go get some ice cream. Then we might go get dinner. Then we go to the movies.
And that's okay. Like, those probably be the best people to be with. Somebody who's chill and simple. Because all that extra and flashing and trust me, it is not it. Every time, I always say this. I'm like, every time I went after a man who I thought was here, he was trash. Trash.
You talking about financially, in what way was he up here?
Like, maybe like he had the jewelry. He dressed nice. He had a nice car. He had this, he had that. But morals, personality, character, trash.
But he was overcompensating.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely.
And you know how women can try to use men for their resources? Men, you can't just be trying to use women for sex when you go on a date. Okay. Actually listen to what she's saying. Get to know her, you know? See if you could form some kind of relationship. Like, everything don't need to be so here and now.
And the faking the whole personality. Like, why are you faking your whole personality?
That's crazy work. You're a whole nother person right now.
You're a whole nother person.
Not even you. You got glasses. You don't even wear glasses. You brought glasses to the date. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen that.
I know you have.
Why you got on the clear fake Cartiers? Yeah, no, I didn't see it. I didn't see it at all. It's wicked out here.
And that relates directly to our next topic, you know. With women running it up, trying to get, you know, resources off a man and all that. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was in Popeyes. I got this girl's phone number. Not 5 minutes later, she asked me, "Can I get some money for my phone bill?" I was like, "Wait, hold on, wait a minute, shorty, what?"
Girl.
And she was like,
"Gonna try her luck."
And then at this point, I'm like, the rest of this conversation is for research purposes because I'm done with this shit. So I'm like, "So how much do you need for this phone bill?" She's like, $93. I'm like, "All right, well, what you gonna do for me?" She's like, "Wait, what? What do you mean I'm gonna do?" I said, "What you gonna do for me?" I'm like, "What do you want me to do?"
Now, would you have gave it to her if she did what she was gonna do?
Let me get you. I'll get there. And she's like, "So what you gonna do for me?" Like, well, she's like, "Well, what?" I'm like, "Well, what do you think?" I mean, when I say what you gonna do, she's like, "What type of girl do you think I am?" I said, "What type of guy do you think I am?"
Yeah,
you just be giving out $93 to somebody I just met, you know? Blocked.
People be trying it though. They definitely be trying it. I've had men that do that too. I have men that block me because they ask me for money. Now, what type of ish is that? I'm like, you asking for 200? You asking for half your rent? Like, what?
That's insane,
Who
yo.
wakes up and goes through their Rolodex of women? Okay, scroll through their phone
I'm
of
sure
women.
they do it.
Every good morning text. Now you asking for money? That's crazy. And
I'm
these
sure they
grown
do
men that be acting like they that good. Okay.
But my actual question is, what's the difference between providing for a woman in a relationship and tricking? Because, you know, some guys are like, "Oh, it's all tricking." You know what I'm saying? So what does it matter?
Tricking, I feel like tricking is just like if you are just like showering, but it's not like you're not even thinking about the person. You understand? Like, it's just like you're buying gifts and it's love bombing. You're doing the most. And providing is like, okay, you actually are intertwined into my life, so you actually know what my needs are. You understand? Like, you're not just like, "Oh, here's 500. I would love to be like, here's 500, here's 1,000, here's 2,000, 3,000. Sure. But if you're intertwined in my business, you'll know like, oh, hey, babe, I got you some cinnamon because I know you're out of cinnamon for your cinnamon rolls.
Yeah,
you know,
nice.
or your rent is, or okay, you a little behind on your rent. Okay, you know, like versus you giving me money, but you don't have no feelings attached to me. You don't care about anything I got going on. You just throwing it at me.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree. It's definitely all context. It's the nature of the relationship. Because like, if you're just literally sending her $500 and you come over, have sex, and you guys don't spend time together,
and people are cool with that. A lot of people are cool with that, but that's pretty empty to me.
There's literal guys who are so wealthy, they'll put a girl up in a condo, buy her clothes, they don't even spend time with her. They just come see her in the condo, have sex, and leave. That's tricking, yo.
That's tricking.
That's tricking. Like, if there's an actual relationship where y'all are building something together, y'all have conversations, you talk about, oh, let's move in together, let's get married, let's have kids. You know, there's conversations around serious things like that.
You're building together.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how was your day today? Those type of questions. You know, how was work? Let me help you write this resume. Let me, all those type of things partners do for each other.
And women be tricking off on men too, because I've heard stories on my homeboys. They'll tell me that girls be sending them money and be like, here's $800 for you and your baby mama. And I'd be like, who does that? I'd be like, those are women I can't compete with. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Those are the women I'm not. I said, who will give it $800 just for you to acknowledge them? Who's doing that?
That's crazy.
I had a man tell me too, because I'm telling you, they be trying to humble me so bad. And one told me, yeah, I had a girl giving me $10,000 a month. I said, why you over here with me?
$10,000?
I said,
a month?
Now, I told you how they be exploiting the OnlyFans girls, okay? So I told you, there's probably some little pimping going on in there.
Yeah.
But that's why I said, why you over here with me then?
That's crazy work.
I'm confused why you here with me. I said, you need to go back over there. What you got to do, prostitute yourself? Talking about some, nah. I said, well, whatever you're doing, you need to keep doing it. I'm not getting in the way of your hustle.
And that's exactly the next thing we're talking about is pimping. You know what I'm saying? Like, people out here are definitely pimping. We got guys out here making no money, can't even afford their own rent, but they living with 4 girls calling it polygamy, and they just doing the
Let's talk about it.
I think that's to me that's actually pimping, if you ask me. Like
come on now. Come on now. And that, child. Like, why? I said, it is not girl code for you to bring another woman home to your broke ass nigga. Okay?
I think that's out of order.
That's out of order. He can't do nothing for her, nothing. Can't even get her nothing but...
Can't even get her nails done. You
nothing.
Know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to knock him, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy for you, bro. Like, congratulations. But that's just crazy,
pimping. And then be asking, I just don't get it. And then gotta ask, and the thing is, they don't even be poly in a way that's honorable.
Nah, yo.
It's like now you have one wife and now you in everybody else DMs harassing them for money for some chicken wings. Go ask your girl.
Not chicken wings.
Like, I don't like that.
I mean, look, really pimping is just having multiple women at your disposal sexually, having the upper hand on all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Controlling
it's manipulation.
Controlling hoes' minds.
And oh my goodness, it's just like, how do you even have time for all these women? It's like you have to keep women in delusion. For real.
Honestly, I don't think it's good to be a pimp because I think that spiritually it'll drain you.
It will. Physically,
it'll drain you. You're having sex with multiple women all the time. You're literally taking your seed, your essence, and giving it to multiple women all the time. Yep. That can't be healthy. And psychologically, the guilt and just the things you're doing you got to do immoral things to keep women in line and keep them on your line like that. You got to lie. You got to
bunch of lies. Like, that
make a lot of promises.
Be good for your soul.
No, it's not. There's no way to do it in a healthy way, if you ask me. Like, back in the day, they had structure behind multiple wives. Like, I hate when guys say that, like, they had multiple wives back in the day. Well, it was different back then. Back then, women couldn't work, bro.
Why you only got a part-time job?
Yeah.
You got a whole wife and you got a part. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, you got to be able to provide for the
relationship. You got a wife and 3 bitches on the side and you only got a part-time job.
You got to be able to provide for the relationship, absolutely. And the women back in the day, they didn't even have jobs, so they had to attach themselves to a man to get wealth. So that's why, and there's only a certain number of men who are wealthy. So they'd attach themselves to those wealthy men just to have a lifestyle and be comfortable because it's the only way they could get it.
And that's how they were raised to come up.
Yes, it's archaic though. That those cultures are few and far between now. It's not the same anymore. Women got bank accounts now, and they can get jobs, get degrees, and all that. And
this is a PSA: don't let no man put nothing in your name. Okay, for real. Don't put nothing in your name. Okay, at all.
Hey, look, take that to the bank right there.
What they say, not even a box of pizza.
Look,
you can't even order pizza in my name.
What a resolution.
I open the glove compartment. You got to open. Listen, go to your man's car right now. Open that glove compartment. Make sure that car is his, okay?
Church. Tabernacle. But yeah, we was talking about pimping. Also, simping is probably the reverse. You don't want to be a simp either, though. Because you don't want to be a doormat, you know?
Yeah.
And you don't want, here's an example of a simp. That guy who befriends a girl because he's afraid to ask her out, and he's friends with her with the hopes that one day she'll see something in him and be her girlfriend. And the whole time she's telling him about other dudes that's hitting it, and he just got to sit there and listen to it. And he's trying to give her advice.
And then they get really feisty with you, and it's like, nah, I've been there, done that. And, then they start judging you because they're like, I didn't even know you go for that. And why him over me? And it's just like,
I've never befriended a girl in order to hook up with her in my entire life. It's either happening or it's not. Like don't play that game with yourself.
Yeah, it's terrible. And even when you keep telling them like, nah, we cool, like we cool. They still will try to hang on for the long run, and it's just like you gotta know that in these 7 years we've known each other.
7 years, wow!
I was talking.
You deserve an award.
You had to assume. And I'm one of those people, you ain't never gonna really see me with nobody unless you see me with somebody. Like, don't nobody really ever see me with anybody. So, but you had to assume I got something going on somewhere,
Yeah, so please, fellas, don't be a doormat. Assert yourself. Ask her out for some coffee if you're scared. Ask her out for lunch or even dinner, a walk in the park. Ask her out, man, for a drink. Yeah. Just be bold, man. Like, fortune favors the bold.
I don't like a lot of too much simping either. Like, maybe I'm just hardwired wrong.
No, that's how women are. Women don't even respect simping.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't like all that. I'm not too.
That's why simping is bad, because it won't even win. It's not even a successful strategy. Like, it's not even a good look.
Have some confidence. And boldness, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, don't be a pussy. Yeah. Anyway.
Exactly.
That leads us to our next question. Can people have opposite sex friends?
Oh, baby, I don't do the besties. I'm gonna just say that right now. I don't. Because we don't do failed talking stages. Like, did you, bitch, or not? Okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you had sex with this person in the past, no, it's inappropriate. So it might be okay while you're single, but don't think y'all about to be buddy, bestie. Nah, I don't feel like
the only way I could see it is if y'all knew each other since y'all was like 1 year old or something, like you're a family friend, and that's like your cousin.
Okay, people be like, we've been besties since high school, but we messed around in high school.
That's different. That's a no
further,
go.
That's further down the timeline, right?
No, I'm talking about even younger, when you're like was a baby.
Okay, so you're saying not unless we came up in diapers.
Yeah, diapers.
So and like never had any sexual relationship.
Yeah, like that was a family friend, like a cousin.
But just because y'all had sex and don't like each other and found out you didn't like it or didn't like each other and then you want to be friends,
I dated a girl once. She said she had a high school buddy friend. I didn't trust him from the jump, and I was like, man, you smashed this nigga. I know you did, because I'm not stupid. And then she's like, no, I never did, never. What'd she tell me after we broke up?
Yeah, that happened to me too. They them two gaslighted me forever. I was like, I do not like this girl. Like, why is she calling your phone crying? Like, she would call his phone crying and be like, you just don't want to be my friend anymore. Like, and I'd be like, this ain't weird. Like, this ain't weird. Yeah, come to find out they end up messing around. I was like, And y'all tried to gaslight me all these years.
So like I do have cousin like friends, I guess you could call them, that when I was real young, a couple of them, not many, that I've known since I was like literally like 2 years old. So, but they're not even like friends. They're like family for real. And I would consider all the female co-hosts I've had on this show as friends, you know what I mean, in a way. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't have any female friends.
And also, I don't like men that have broke female friends. Like, I don't like that.
That's dangerous, right?
Yeah. Why is she broke? Why you got a broke female friend? What you need a broke bestie?
So she need money, she vulnerable, yo.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's such a funny observation.
No, she can't come through for anything. What is she even good for? Why do you have her around? Why do you have her around?
She don't bring no food around.
She don't do nothing. She just there to be like, bestie. I don't like that.
I really need help with my phone bill this month, bestie.
Bestie, I haven't had a job in 6 months, bestie.
Oh no!
I don't like a broke best
unemployment
friend.
Ran out.
And I say this too about, I say there's no reason my man should be sending anybody money without me knowing. Like at this stage, if we're contributing and our money's like tied together,
absolutely.
I'm like, there's no reason you should be sending anybody money without me knowing.
100%.
Like, unless they're like sick, unless something happened or they're sick or whatever. But and getting a sandwich without me knowing.
If you're building towards marriage, you got to communicate finances. You got to communicate everything.
Yeah.
That's absolutely 100% valid.
Get a sandwich out of my man without me knowing.
No, he better not. That would be out of pocket if he did.
Now,
you know.
Now, if you come ask the queen, can you get a little Subway sandwich? I might help you out.
Go ahead and give her a little sandwich.
I might donate some of my Chick-fil-A points depending on her attitude.
So she might be able to get a sandwich. Is what you're saying?
She might be able to. It depends how she act. I don't know. But I also come in this. I just naturally come in and establish dominance. Like I come into a situation and be like, I'm shutting all this down. I don't even care. And he gonna let me do it because he's that infatuated with me. He loved me for real. He's like, I mean, I'm with whatever you with. And that's just how it goes. But I naturally come in and dominate the situation. So sometimes it's like, these people have been here for me before you. I don't care. They don't do enough. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
That ties in perfectly to our next question. I'm starting to think you're doing this on purpose.
I just flow. It's just my flow.
Who sets the tone in a relationship, the man or the woman?
The man should definitely set the tone.
Okay.
But he need to set it from the jump. Like,
yeah.
But I've also been like this situation around. I immediately was like, "Are you trying to be my man, my man, my man?" Like, because if not, what's the point? And he was like, "Are you?" He was caught off guard. He's like, "Wait a minute, do you want me to be your man, your man, your man?" And I was like, "Well, what's the point? Like, what's the point? I don't want to waste time." So if you're not in that mindset, then okay. But he gotta set that tone. And when he came in, he definitely did everything he needed to do. Like, no, I want to build with you. I want to be your husband. I want to be this. I want to be that. So now. That sets the tone. But if you set the tone on like, oh, I'm going to be talking to other women on the side, what you think she going to be doing? Like, she going to be running around and you going to be mad because you can't trust her or you don't know what she's up to. You don't know if she got your back. And men love loyalty. So if you're not being loyal, how you going to be mad that you don't know if she's loyal or not, you know?
And a man is the sun and the woman is her reflection as the moon. If you
Yeah. Like let all the good you do show through your woman. Exactly.
Yeah, and I look to the Bible for most of my wisdom. Like even when I said my vows at my wedding, I quoted the Bible all the way throughout, and it says, "Man has to love his woman like Christ loved the church," which means he sacrificed for her. So you have to be willing to give up your life for her.
Yeah.
So and the woman is supposed to submit into her husband. I like
that. And Shorty said that to me earlier today. He's like, I would give my life for you.
Yeah, and a woman.
Really,
And a woman is supposed to submit unto her husband as unto the Lord. But that comes with a condition that you're loving her like Christ loved the church, you know? And that's wholeheartedly. You can't be, it's not a fake type of love. Christ's love for the church is all encompassing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't be out here half stepping it and be like, oh, she ain't making me a sandwich. Of course not.
Yeah.
She knows you fraudulent.
And you know that's exactly what they be doing. Oh, you know she not doing enough, knowing you don't do a damn thing.
Yeah, you ain't doing nothing. You ain't leading her towards nothing. You want her to follow you, but you don't even know where you're going.
Yeah.
You don't have no purpose.
It's sick.
Where are you leading her? So you got to have a direction. You got to have your direction in life. You got to have your purpose. You got to know who you are. Once all those things happen, then you can set the tone in a relationship. Then you can lead your partner.
And I like to consider myself of a boss, you know. So I'm a bossy chick. I say that, but who wants to be on that all the time when I have a man? Like, I don't want to be having to think for both of us. That is exhausting.
And that being said, women can still lead as well too. My wife leads me. You know, she works in banking. She helped me with my credit. She's helped me with a lot of things financially. You know, I help her with certain things. You know, we help each other out. You know, she knows about real estate.
Yeah.
She's helping us with real estate right now. So
the women are really the brains, though.
That's honestly,
we really be the brains behind the whole operation.
This is gonna sound crazy when people who don't think I think a certain way. Women really run it for real. For real.
We do.
Like you might be the
quiet as it's kept. Yeah.
You might be the lead as a man, but low key she's in charge. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's the way it should be. So that's why I said I come in with dominance, and he's gonna let me do it because he's like, I'm rocking with you regardless. Whatever you want to do, we doing. So. A woman got to know her role, though, in place, and she got to know how to control herself, too, though. So you're not, all over the place, because then you make both y'all look crazy.
Yeah.
So.
And we got so much more we could talk about, but we ran out of time, y'all.
Oh, man.
But before we get out of here, shout out your business.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, anywho. I don't even know that.
All right. You want to do one more? Let's do one more. All right. I'm going to pick this one. What are the sexiest things a man or woman can do that have nothing to do with sex?
I'm gonna be. I think ahead of me. Think my next move. If you can anticipate my next thought, or like what, and then do it. Oh my God, how did you know I needed that done? Like, how did you know that that's my next, like, I don't have to, and also me not having to lift a finger. Like, I like things like that. Like, I don't have to do anything. I just float. If I could just float through life, then I'm happy.
Yeah. Mine is a little bit deeper. I don't want to make y'all cry right now. But if I'm really low, I'm in a really bad place, in a really vulnerable place, like something really tragic happened, or just really I faced a real big setback, and she can pick me up with her words.
Aw,
And
yeah.
like come to that at that place and say the right things or do the right thing. Like just hand like, here babe, here's some hot chocolate,
Okay.
whatever. She just knows me and knows
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, I feel so much better. Like, thank you.
Yeah. See,
Like,
that's what I said. You just want to be floating. Like, just make me float through life. Like, I don't even have to, like, you're really connected. Like, we connected here. It's a mental stimulation thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I hate to be stereotypical, but any type of cooking, like cooking a good meal as a woman, it's not sexual, but
simple
it's very sexy. Like any good meal you cook, that would definitely get me like, man, you look at you right now. You know what I'm saying? Or even just if I'm asleep and I wake up, I hear the Anita Baker playing and she's vacuuming and she's cleaning up.
I love that. I love
she cleaning up. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. Like, look at her. Look at you with your moo.
Yeah, it's simple. Men are simple like that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it don't take much.
Yeah.
All right,
I love that. All right,
I think we can wrap it up.
All right, y'all. Well, y'all know where to find me at Sugar Plug to find my business, all the sweets, baked goods in the DMV that you can get. Everybody love the product, so just come rock with me. That's it. And at the Mori Show, where you can find all of the podcast content.
And of course, you can find me DJ Boss Player, DJBossPlayer.com. DJ Boss Player Booking at gmail.com. I can DJ your party, your event. It'd be the greatest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. You know, I used to DJ for A-list celebrity events and weddings and concerts, and no matter what you need, I got you. So holla at me. I'm your freaking guy. I guess that leads us to say next bat time, next bat channel. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.